how to make Louise Hay affirmations work perfectly for you. Hey guys, I am Preeti and you are watching How to Perfect Louise Hay Affirmations. Now, as you know that it was just yesterday was 30th August and she just passed away yesterday. She was such an amazing being and I have also worked on affirmations, plus I also give out affirmations professionally. And the thing is that a lot of times when people actually learn about affirmations, they try to create it on their own. And the thing is that most of the people, when they don't have knowledge about how to create their own affirmations, they don't work for them. But here Louise Hay, as I told her, that she has been a legendary person, and all her books, there are a lot of books that she wrote which has really amazing affirmations. One of the books is You Can Heal Your Life. That is a masterpiece. I would like to say that that book is a must have on each and every shelf of every home. Okay, the reason is that to heal your body, she has given affirmations from A to Z, and all those affirmations work really perfectly. And but yes, a lot of times people just don't know how to use those affirmations, how to make proper use of them, just so that they can work 100% well, like bang on. But yes, but just because people don't know it, that is why they are not able to break out perfect results from it. But yes, her affirmations, like I would just like to say one of them, in the infinity of life, everything is perfect, whole and complete. So a lot of times people do feel that they have something missing in life, something they are not perfect. They have something that is incomplete. They cannot just complete things, it just remains incomplete. And because of all those reasons, people have all sorts of negative feelings, from guilt, from anger, sadness, and all such feelings sprout from these sort of thoughts, that they are not complete, they are not perfect. And yeah, and all is well is such a common term that we now use it just like commonly. That also is like one of Louise Hay's affirmations. I know that it's not her copyrighted term, but yes, all her affirmations just end with that term, all is well. And I would like that, that even if we love to say that her affirmations are a copyright, like all is well is her copyrighted term, then also we would not like to deny that fact, because she is the one who made that term just so popular. And it's not popular, but the way it works on us, the way it works on our minds, it's just perfect. Okay, so let's begin, like how to work with affirmations. Now, I would again like to say that if you are a new person, if you don't know how to create your affirmations, I would like to say that just pick up a Louise Hay book and try to work on the affirmations that are given in that book. Plus, do it with the method that I am listing here. First of all, just before you begin doing affirmations, there is some theoretical thing that you need to clear out, just to understand how affirmations work. Okay, because when you know the nitty gritty, when you know all the basics of it, that is where you are going to be able to apply all those things in a perfect way. Okay, so let's see first of all how affirmations work. Now, in order to know how affirmations work, you need to know how your mind works. Affirmations, first of all, I would just like to generally tell you how they work. It's like when anybody is like tensed, they have to give some examination. A student is tensed, that student has to give an examination, and that person is not sure whether they have prepared well or not. So what is going to go on in their mind? Just before, a few days before the exams begin, that student is going to feel that I have not prepared well, I have not I will forget my things, whatever I have memorized. I will not be able to write my exams properly, I will not get good marks, whether I'll pass or whether I'll get good credits or not. All those things just keep on running inside the mind of that student. And do you think that it's just going to be a one time thought? No way. That thought is just going to keep on running again and again, just like chanting, the chanting where those monks they just keep on repeating a mantra again and again. What happens that with negative thinking also, people just keep on repeating those things that they don't have to say to themselves. They keep on repeating those things again and again, and it gives you effects like chanting. So yes, I would like to clarify this here. I would like to clearly tell you that if you are thinking something negative over and over, if you tell yourself something negative over and over, it's going to bring you an enhanced effect, a magnified effect, and it's going to work exactly like chanting. Now you will say chanting has a special mantra, whereas negative thinking does not have a mantra. So how is it going to affect exactly like chanting? The thing with chanting is, chanting was actually, it has been in practice since thousands of years, I think, across cultures, across this world. Each and every culture, each and every religion or belief system, everybody has their own method of chanting. Everybody chants their own different mantras, okay? And the thing is that they just keep on repeating on a string of rosary. And what happens that when you keep on repeating, that actually becomes a part of your mind. Okay, now what is interesting is, years back, the mantra that are written now, it might be the oldest language is Sanskrit, and all those oldest languages, usually the mantras are actually written in that language. I know about, as I told you, that there are a lot of chanting practices going on across cultures. So a lot of other languages I might also be used. I am specifically talking here, only taking into account Sanskrit as a language and Sanskrit mantra as chanting mantras. Okay, so across time, like thousands of years back, Sanskrit was the main language. People used to talk, people used to converse in Sanskrit language, like how today we converse in English and Spanish, French, and Hindi, and all those languages. Okay, so when people used to talk in Sanskrit languages, the mantras used to be written in Sanskrit. Okay, and then when they kept on repeating those mantras, they used to easily understand the meaning of those mantras, and they could easily absorb it. It just used to become a part of them, and they used to work out pretty much fine. Okay, so now when in today's life, if you are a talker, if you converse generally in English, you are going to be the person who talks to yourself either in Hindi or in English. Okay, whatever your mother tongue is, whatever your main language of conversation is, you are going to be actually talking to yourself in either of those languages. So what happens is that whenever you just keep on repeating the same phrases, the same words, the same sentences, whether they are positive or whether they are negative, when you just keep on repeating it to yourself, maybe just in your mind, but it's still giving you effect the same as the Sanskrit mantras give you. Okay, so how does that happen? Let's just get into this. As I told you, I have a little bit of theoretical stuff to explain to you here. Okay, so first of all, to understand how mantras work, you have to first understand how the human mind is, how the human mind works. Okay, so basically this is the human mind, and this part is like, the human mind is an energetic field, and it can be termed as, it's like an energetic field in and around your body. And this is the subconscious mind, and this is the conscious mind. Okay, so the conscious mind, it actually occupies just 10% of your mind, and 90% of the part is the subconscious mind. Okay, so subconscious mind stays active most of the time, 24 hours, and conscious mind just stays active as long as you are awake. You are actually awake and doing some stuff in your life, whether you are working, you're not working, you're watching TV, etc. Okay, so that is the thing, that when you are conscious. So now let's take this into further, like how does thinking affect. Okay, so now here is the conscious mind, this is the subconscious mind, and the thing that separates it, it's called the critical filter. Okay, so there is a critical filter that actually stops anything from conscious mind from entering into the subconscious mind. Just because the subconscious mind is a very sensitive thing, you cannot put just anything into your subconscious mind. Anything that you put into your subconscious mind becomes your reality. Okay, so that's the reason why naturally we have this sort of setup built inside our conscious mind, and that separates the subconscious mind. We have the critical filter, and yes, so now I would like to say that the conscious mind, we keep on thinking the whole day. We consciously think just for 2 or 3 hours. Otherwise, the thoughts just keep running inside the human mind. An average human can think about 60,000 thoughts. A normal human being can think around 60,000 thoughts in a day. And if somebody is having some psychological disorder, or they are having some madness or something, like people who are considered crazy, mentally crazy, they are actually having about 75,000 to 85,000 thoughts running inside their mind. So that is how they are going to behave. If they just have, from the normal level of human mind, if they just have something extra running on in their mind, they are not going to be able to handle it. So yes, we are not talking about those things, I'm just telling you generally. Okay, so this is how your conscious and subconscious is divided. Whatever you think goes into your conscious mind, and it's actually stopped from entering into your subconscious mind. Whatever you put inside your subconscious mind is actually going to become your reality, whether it's the positive or it's negative, because your subconscious does not know how to differentiate whether something is good for you or something is not good for you. It just readily accepts everything. Okay, so that is the reason why nature had to build up that critical filter inside your mind, just so that you don't gulp down each and everything into your subconscious mind. Okay, so now when you have the conscious and the subconscious, the problem is whenever you say affirmations are something here, and whenever you say affirmations, they are actually stopped by the critical filter over here. Now you might say that how does chanting work? That is the thing that we'll just get into that a little bit later, but first just understand what does this mean. And after that, what happens is that this is generally the thing. Affirmations, when you say them in a hypnotic state, in a state when you are under a deep induced hypnotic state, that is where this happens. That in a hypnotic state, your conscious mind and your subconscious mind usually are totally bare and open. This critical filter, it slowly starts breaking, and you can put down everything into your subconscious directly. Okay, now as soon as I say that, you might actually tell me, okay, now how does anybody induce a hypnotic state? So if you want to induce a hypnotic state, there are two different ways by which you can do it. Is you can just go to a hypnotist and ask them to input some affirmations, which obviously not everybody can do it. Just because if you are working for self progress, like if you are just working on self progress, and if you would love to do that very much frequently, then going to hypnotist might not be a good option. If it's a good option, then you can surely go and visit. I am also a hypnotist, so you can, maybe if you want me to do that thing for you, just go down in the links below to book an appointment for that. So just keep that aside. Okay, and now what you can do is the second option is that you can induce a hypnotic state by yourself. Now that is huge. Now how can anybody just hypnotize themselves on their own? First of all, this hypnosis term is so big, it's so huge, and it's a little bit scary for people, that they just take a step back as soon as I say that I'm a hypnotherapist. Okay, but yes, hypnotherapy is not that scary as hypnotism is. Hypnotism is actually hypnotizing people without their concern, whereas hypnotherapy is hypnotizing people with their concern. Okay, so yes, so what happens is you can actually induce a state of hypnosis on yourself. Now if I say that, you might be surprised, but what happens is that in day-to-day level, there are a lot of times when you get hypnotized by several different things in your life. Now when I say that, you might be surprised a little bit, and let me explain to you this further. Okay, So a lot of times during the day you actually get hypnotized by yourself, and there is no surprising thing to that, just because it's the way the human mind works. Okay, so while driving, if you have a long route, you are traveling like a lot of distance, 30 to 40 minutes you have to drive to your work. What happens that you are actually used to that pathway, because daily way of commuting, the route of commuting is the same. And what happens that you actually know the route and you are not actually aware that you are driving. Okay, well, a lot of times what happens that usually the route is same, the duration is the same, so you just go in and go out the normal way. What happens is whenever there is any change, like if you are driving and you are just in your own set of mind and own set of thoughts, what happens that sometimes if you see that something is coming in the way, you are actually thinking that what to do, and immediately your body does the action. Okay, so this is the time when you are actually hypnotized. You are just hypnotized, you are in your own deep state. And but your body, as usual, when you have driven that much, when you commute that way daily, regularly, your body knows how much speed to drive, how much distance to drive, and that is why your body automatically is in that state. Okay, the body will do its work and your mind is actually hypnotized. Another example I would like to say is when you are watching TV. What happens if you are watching TV for a longer time, like for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours? What happens that you are up to at a point, there comes a time when you are actually staring into the TV, but you just don't understand what is happening inside the TV. Now, some of you might think, oh my god, what is all this? But yes, it does happen with everyone, and yes, you do understand everything that is happening, but at a point, there comes a time when what is happening inside the television set, you don't understand. Everything just goes off your head, it just bounces off your head. And at such times, if somebody from your family, like your mother or your spouse or your kids, they just come all of a sudden and they ask you a question, that is where you will actually try take some time to understand what they are telling you, right? When the TV is at a distance, the television set is at a distance, but still you are so much engrossed in that, whereas your wife or your spouse, your kid or your parents, any one of them might be just next to you and they are saying something to you in very clear words, still you will not be able to get that. Why does that happen? That is just because you are in a hypnotic state and you are just into deep into your subconscious mind. Subconscious mind cannot understand the meaning of words. Okay, conscious mind can actually understand and analyze what has been said to you and what you have to make out of it. So yes, so those are two different examples of when you get hypnotized by yourself. So yes, so that is how you get hypnotized by yourself. Now the thing is, for this affirmations to work, for Louise Hay affirmations, the best time, when is the best time? When you are actually in a hypnotic state, such that when you say those affirmations, they are going to seep deep inside your subconscious mind immediately, and they are going to bring into your life changes as soon as possible. And how is that possible? How is it that you can do something in your hypnotic state? Now, a hypnotic state, obviously I talked about two different instances when you are in a natural hypnotic state. Now, while you are driving, you can also put that. Louise Hay also has a lot of affirmation CDs and DVDs. I think you can just get them and you can put them. Plus, at the same time, you can also put her affirmation CDs or something, music or MP3, whatever way it is available on the net or maybe in the stores. You can just put that and in a repeat mode, that is just going to keep on going on and on. That can happen while you are watching the TV. And you might say, come on, I'm not paying attention to what's being said. Then how is that affirmation going to affect me? That is the beauty of it, because when you are watching the television, at any point of time you are going to slip into the hypnotic state, and instead those negative suggestions get into your mind. The affirmations, when they get into your mind, they are actually going to be productively bring out something better into your life. Okay, so that's a good option, right? And another another thing is, if you want the affirmations to work, and if you want to actually work after affirmations, you want to take an active part in doing affirmations, the best time when you are naturally slipping into a hypnotic state, that is when you are actually going to bed. Okay, when you are going to bed plus the time when you wake up. Okay, so especially like, I would love to say that the time that is especially the time when your bedtime is like 10:30 or 11 p.m. If you generally sleep during that time, during, maybe just let's take it for an instance that you sleep at 10:30 p.m. Okay, if your daily routine time of going to bed is 10:30, you are going to hit the bed at 10:30, then around at 10:15 or 10:20, you slowly start getting dizzy, right? You slowly start getting sleepy, you start yawning, you start getting sleepy, you start getting maybe just a little bit lazy, and you just feel as if you just want to go to bed. You can just cuddle up some pillows or something around you, just because you are so drowsy that you just want to go at bed anytime. So yes, so if that is the time, that just before that time, the sleeping time, about 10 to 15 minutes before the sleeping time, that is the time when you will be in a very nice and natural hypnotic state. And in that hypnotic state, you can then start doing the affirmations. Okay, the Louise Hay affirmations, as I told you, are perfect, and you can actually use them without any doubts. Okay, if there are some other affirmations, then I might feel that you might need to consult somebody before you do them, but Louise Hay affirmations are just bang on. They are 100% perfect, work perfectly for each and every one of us. Okay, so now at bedtime you are going to work with affirmations. You understood which is the hypnotic state. Now in the hypnotic state, how do you work on affirmations? Just pick the affirmations, 3 to 4 affirmations that are perfect for you, and start repeating them. Okay, now if you have this affirmation, in the infinity of life, all is perfect, whole and complete. Okay, so if this is the affirmations, you have to repeat this at least 10 to 15 times. Okay, in the infinity of life, all is perfect, whole and complete. In the infinity of life, all is perfect, whole and complete. In the infinity of life, all is perfect, whole and complete. So that's the I just said that 3 times. You have to repeat that at least 10 to 15 times. Now repetition is important, just because in a sleepy state, your mind quickly does not understand what is happening. Okay, your mind quickly does not understand what is being said to you. So in that case, you need to repeat something. You need to keep on repeating to yourself these affirmations, so that they sink and get accepted by your subconscious mind. Now when your subconscious mind accepts it, what happens is that sometimes you would love to work on your maybe you might be wanting to become healthy, fit, and if you say this affirmation, I am perfectly healthy and fine. Okay, so if you say this affirmation in a hypnotic state, what happens that when you are a little bit sleepy, your mind usually does not fight with that affirmation. Generally during conscious time, when you are fully conscious, and if you say that, yet if the affirmations has to do something that you are not experiencing, there is going to be immediate fight, immediate conflicting thought. Okay, that's not happening, why do you say that this is happening? Like, if you want to bring a lot of money into your life, and if you say that, okay, my monthly income is this much, immediately the critical filter will fight back and say, hey, wake up, this is not the thing that you are earning. Your current earning is this much, how can you say this to yourself? So that is what your critical filter is assigned to do. But yes, during sleepy state, your critical filter is not going to fight back with the affirmations. Okay, so that is the perfect time. And then once you go to bed, then all those affirmations sink inside your system, inside your subconscious mind. And once you wake up, as soon as you are awake, I would like to say, just before you brush your teeth, before you do anything else, before you just even get fresh and get up from your bed, I would like to say that just put all those affirmations written in a note and put them below your pillow. Okay, and then just pull them out from the pillow, read the affirmations, repeat them, them, and then wake up from the bed, brush your teeth, and do the rest of your morning routine. Okay, so that is what is going to help you to sink in those affirmations even for your day. Like if anybody who does this for in 24 hours, you are going to find something or the other that is going to transform. The transformation is going to be felt in just 24 hours. Okay, something or the other, some or the other change is going to be felt. Okay, so this is how you work on your affirmations. You can pick just any of the affirmations from Louise Hay's books, and this is what I just wanted to share with you guys since long. But I just actually was going to make a video on Louise Hay, and just because she's so much favorite, I think she's my most favorite author, and that is the reason I wanted to make a video about affirmations and about her as well. So better way I just combine both of these, and what more can I do for giving a tribute to her. Okay, so I think that's the best tribute that I can give her, and obviously she is in peace. She is like, she has done so much, all the self-help books, all the positivity books that have been published through her publication house. It's like, you know, it's like a huge bank. It's like a huge information bank that is out there, and it's just going to be passed on for generations to generations. She is a legend, and she just did it so right, and God bless her, you know. So yes, do pray for her. If you are watching this video, by the end of this video you can just leave your prayers for her. And yeah, so that is all from me for now, and do leave in the comment box below how you like this video. If some of you have some questions, I know that you might be having a lot of questions, because not the entire video that I have given here, it might answer all your questions. And so if you have any questions remaining, if you have any doubts or anything you need to ask, just put them down in the comments below, and I will be sure that I answer those questions. Okay, and share this video with your friends, because people just want so much fulfillment in their lives, and people are struggling to get that. So this video, affirmations, can really help. Plus Louise Hay affirmations, you know, I would love to stand by this, that Louise Hay affirmations only can do that. And yes, otherwise you just need to go out and ask a consultant, you know, somebody who is doing affirmations, somebody who is mastering affirmations. You need to consult that person and then bring the right affirmations. But yes, I know that you can just go and grab a Louise Hay book, and you can just fetch out some great affirmations that feel good while you are reading them, and that is how it's going to work amazing for you. Okay, so hit that subscribe button if you have not done yet, and hit on the bell. That's going to give you notifications about new videos coming on my channel. That is how you will stay updated. And that's all from me for now, and do like my video. I would love that if you like this video, just please hit that like button. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being with me here. Okay, so just do a prayer once this video ends. Okay, just send your silent prayer. I know she's happy, I know she's at peace, but obviously it's always good to pray for her, right? Because she was an amazing soul. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for each and everything. Okay, bye bye.